I just want you to be yourself, Kevin. You know? Guilt is like a bag of fucking bricks. All you gotta do is set it down. What are you carrying all those bricks for anyway? God? Is that it? God. Well, I'll tell you. Let me give you a little inside information about God. God likes to watch. He's a prankster. Think about it. He gives man instincts. He gives you this extraordinary gift. And then what does he do? I swear, for his own amusement, his own private cosmic gag reel, he set the rules in opposition. It's the goof of all time. Look, but don't touch. Touch, but don't taste. Taste, don't swallow. And while you are jumping from one food to the next, what's he doing? He's laughing. He's sick fucking ass off. He's tired ass. He's a sadist. He's an absentee landlord. Worship that? Never.
But it's a reigning hell and serve in heaven, eh?
Why not? I'm here on the ground with my nose in it since the whole thing began. I've nurtured every sensation man has been inspired to have. I cared about what he wanted and I never judged him. Why? Because I never rejected him, in spite of all his imperfections. I'm a fan of man. I'm a humanist. Maybe the last humanist. Who in their right mind, Kevin, could possibly deny that 20th century was entirely mine? All of it, Kevin. All of it. Mine. I'm speaking, Kevin. It's my time now. It's our time.
Mr. Castle, you have quite the rap sheet for a best-selling author. A couple of drunken disorderlies, disturbing the peace.
Boys will be boys.
Says here you stole a police horse.
Borrow it.
You were nude at the time.
It was spring.
And every time the charges were dropped.
What can I say? The mayor's a fan, but if it makes you feel better, I would be happy to let you spank me.
Mr. Castle, this whole bad boy charm thing may work on bimbettes and celebutants. Me, I work for a living. That makes you one of two things to me. Guy who makes my life easier and the guy who makes my life harder. And I assure you, you do not want to be the guy who makes my life harder. Alison Tisdale, daughter of real estate mogul Jonathan Tisdale.
She's cute.
She's dead. You guys ever meet? Book signing? Charity event?
It's possible, but she's not in my little black book if that's what you asked.
How about this guy, Martin Fisk? Small claims lawyer.
Most of my claims tend to be on the large side. What's this got to do with me?
Fisk was murdered 2 weeks ago. Didn't put it together until tonight when I saw the Tisdale crime scene. This is how we found her.
Flowers for a grave.
And this is how we found him, right out of Hell Hath No Fury.
Looks like I have a fan.
Yeah, a really deranged fan.
You don't look deranged to me.
What?
You have gorgeous eyes.
So you'll have no problem with us going through your mail.
Knock yourself out. Hey, can I get a copy of this? I've got this poker game, mostly other writers. You know, Patterson, Grafton, King. I can tell you how jealous this would make them.
Jealous?
That I have a copycat. In my world, that's the red badge of honor. Criminal Cooperstown.
People are dead, Mr. Castle. Doesn't that mean anything to you?
I'm not asking for the bodies, just the pictures.
Doesn't it bother you that people have been killed because of you?
They weren't killed because of me, detective. They were killed because some psychotic finally snapped. And if it wasn't me, it would have been a Black Sabbath or rerun of Full House.
I think we're done here.
What'll it be?
I'm awfully glad you asked that, Lloyd, because I just happen to have 2 20s and 2 10s right here in my wallet. I was afraid they were going to be there until next April. So here is what. You slip me a bottle of bourbon, a glass and some ice. You can do that, can't you, Lloyd? You're not too busy, are you?
No, sir, not busy at all.
You set them up and I'll knock them back, one by one, Lloyd. White man's burden. White man's burden, Lloyd. Say, Lloyd, seems I'm temporarily light. How is my credit in this joint anyway?
Your credit's fine, Mr. Torrance.
That's swell. I like you, Lloyd. I always liked you. You was always the best of them. The best goddamn bartender from Timbuktu to Portland, Maine. Portland, Oregon, for that matter.
Thank you for saying so. How are things going, Mr. Torrance?
Things could be better, Lloyd. Things could be a lot more better.
Nothing too serious?
Nah, nothing serious. Just a little problem with the old sperm bank upstairs. Nothing I can't handle, Lloyd. Thanks.
Women. Can't live with them. Can't live without them.
Words of wisdom, Lloyd. Words of wisdom. I haven't laid a hand on him. God damn it, I didn't. I wouldn't touch one hair on his damn little head. I love little son of a bitch. I'd do anything for him. Any fucking thing. That damn bitch, as long as I live, she'll never let me forget what happened. I hurt him once, okay? It was an accident. Complete unintentional. It could have happened to anybody. And it happened 3 goddamn years ago. A little fucker had thrown all my papers all over the floor. All I tried to do was to pull him up. A momentary loss of muscular coordination. I mean, a few extra foot-pounds of energy per second.